guys.
Hey,
Robin.
Jack.
We're the Inwits. We're back on a Saturday, Jack. A Saturday. Funny story today as we start off the show. I had a yoga class that went for half an hour extra and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. I race home. I race back to Jack's, get to Jack's and almost get to his door and go, forgot my camera. Race back home, race back here, come in, and Jack turns around and says, have I missed something? And I'm like, yeah. Whole day behind you were.
Yeah, that's right. I thought
a whole day behind. I'm racing around like a mad chicken.
Right. You had to come in with the camera thing? You know, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're here now.
We're back, we're good to go. And you're just a fresh off a watch now. That's like how I usually am.
Yeah, I know. I've just literally finished it.
Just literally finished it. I had to go home and let Jack watch it because he forgot it was
I'm still organising it in my head. No, mind you, not a lot happened, but it was...
No, not a lot happened, but we have two bonehead idol plays.
In a row. Oh, sorry, not one.
Two ridiculous idol things.
Look, and the funny thing, well, should we start there or from the top?
Let's just start from the top. Let's start with Ryan, shall we? Oh, wait, where do you want to start? You start from the top. Because all I want to talk about is ridiculous idols.
Absolutely. Look, how many times do we say?
Oh my God!
Never tell anybody about an idol.
We never have to work again.
And it never gets solid. Nobody believes us. And yet, every time it's told, you get to see the downside. Anyway, look.
And the downside's coming. The downside's coming.
Well, this is the thing. Ryan just screwed over his power too.
Yeah, and he screwed his whole game.
Yeah, exactly. Right? This is just a disaster. Ryan doesn't know it yet.
No.
This is the other thing.
The problem, he says knowledge is power. The more people know, the less powerful the knowledge is.
Right? And I was like, but you know what? The funny thing about it was when he went to ban, I couldn't help but think of Cole. Remember, Cole went to ban exactly the same way. Oh, Jessica's got an advantage, and why did he do it? He was trying to build trust.
There are other ways to build trust without them needing to. And you know what? If you play an idol and they didn't know you had it, they're not going to be like, oh, I don't trust you instantly.
Exactly.
Yeah, they might be like, wow, he's playing the game. But they're going to be like that if they know you're telling people about your idol anyway.
That's right.
Telling Devon, that seemed to be again, I don't agree with it, but it seemed to be an okay move.
He didn't need to tell Devon. Devon was already on his side.
Yeah, he didn't need to tell Devon. You know what it is, though? You know what? I was sitting there watching him and how he told Devon. Devon's like, oh, we've got to be starting thinking about it. And Ryan's like, we don't need to think about it. It's ego. Yeah. It's feeding his own ego saying, look how good I am.
Yeah.
That is terrible gameplay.
It's terrible.
And you could even see he started to walk with a bit of a strut. He's like, yep. That's not how you tell your mate. You're number two. Yeah, you can. I'm not against it 100%. Like, I do believe sometimes you can get away with it, but I'd prefer to keep it to myself.
Hey, look, I've always said you don't start... You get trust first, then you tell an idol. You don't tell the idol to get trust. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's the worst play. Right? That's the worst thing to do.
You're right. Like, he had trust in Devon, so at one level, it's not that bad an idea, but it is because he's not going to use the idol today.
No.
He's not going to use it next council. That's when you tell him. Like, you can't, okay, look, we might be in trouble, or look, we really need to get out X. And Devon would say to you, well, look, we don't have the numbers.
We're on the bottom here. What can we do?
What can we do? And that's when you say... I've got an idol. We let them vote for
100%.
you. We get out who we want. That's when you tell them.
That's exactly how you do it. You don't sit there and go...
And that's when your partner goes, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm with you.
Yeah, it's like, sweet, we've got a lifeline.
That's right.
Because you got this idol we can use to our advantage. Not the way you did it.
I've got an idol.
Yeah. Look how good I am. It's just ego stroking and it doesn't help anyone's gameplay if you start playing that way. It doesn't help in any way, shape, or form.
Doesn't help his game. Doesn't help Devon's game. Like what? Possibly the only way Devon can use that knowledge is to torpedo him.
Yeah.
It does not help your gameplay.
No, it doesn't. And telling Devon then what benefit did it have for Ryan? Zero benefit because they weren't on the bottom. They're just planning. It's like, look, okay, right, you are right. This 7's gonna have to start eating itself alive soon. How do we? Who should we get? Who should we talk? What numbers can we get on our side? Let's start talking strategy over Hail Marys.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got an idol that'll help us out of whatever situation we get in. No. Bring that out last.
I know.
Yeah, I've had it since day one, man. No way, that's so cool. That's the response Devon
Of
would be.
course.
He's like, that's the best. We're getting away with this. Yeah, you
That's
and I
right.
to the end. He's like, I didn't tell you. Like, and you can get away with it. Don't just do it for the sake of showing off.
No, it doesn't. Look, and this is what I can't believe is I actually picked Ryan as a better player than Cole, but he's done it for exactly the same reason that
He's
Cole
done the
did.
exact same.
That's
That was the
stupid.
thing. Is like that was Cole. Ryan has been playing a relatively decent, okay game for this most part.
Exactly.
Like, you picked him to go all the way. Like, and we thought we both picked him to go pretty deep into the game. But that move there was like, hang on a second, what are you doing? And then you back it up by telling Ben.
Ben, who you've got no trust in. He's just somebody who's voting with you.
That's the worst part. Like, I can forgive telling Devon. I can forgive that because you do have a solid 2 with Devon. That's big. But like you said, you never tell anyone about an idol to get their trust.
No, never.
That's not how an idol works. It doesn't
Never.
build trust. It puts a threat, and that's Ryan's playing. We knew Ryan was clever in playing the game, but now we know he's really playing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got an idol, you know.
Yeah, great. You've just put it you've just woke Ben up.
Yeah, and it's
Great.
like that's what he said. Is like that was his quote just before he told Ben was knowledge is power. Well, why are you giving away your power? Why are you giving it away? Because now you are out of the loop. Because now Devon and Ben have now talked, and they have the knowledge that you no longer have.
Right. And this is a killer. Like, Devon's talked to Ben, and now Devon's done the right thing. Devon has not spilled the beans.
Yeah,
right? He's just sitting there quiet as,
Yeah.
and Ben said to him, look, there's secrets about people that you don't know in this 7. And Devon's like, oh, really? Like, what? And he's asked the leading question, just like you should.
Yeah.
And Ben spilled the guts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan's got an idol. But then Devon sat there and gone, oh, cha-ching, right? I'm not number 2 with Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan's number 2 with Ben.
No,
what I mean?
Like, I'm not as like Ryan's talking. Like he told me that I'm the only one that knows.
But that's
and
what I mean.
He's telling other people that's a silly play,
That's
and that also puts my game at risk.
And that's the killer. Is Devon's smart enough to sit there and go, he just screwed us. Not just himself. He's just screwed my gameplay as well.
Yeah.
I have to change now. Whether Devon wanted to go with Ben was irrelevant at that stage.
100%.
He had to.
Yeah.
Because he can't work with Ryan anymore.
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
Not after that.
But I don't even think he needs to. He can go separately because also, like you said, what Devon did in that moment, in that little conversation with both of them on the hill, was brilliantly done by Devon. By just going, what else don't I know?
Yeah.
Well, now you've got bloody blabbermouth Ben over here.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Sweet. Now I can't trust Ben either.
Exactly. Oh, that's right. Exactly right.
Cool. You tell me it's a Sandra style. You tell me
exactly.
what I'm taking, and you haven't. And now while I'm taking, you feel important.
Yeah, exactly.
I get knowledge from you because I'm taking from you, and you're telling me up on this pedestal that you're better than me, but I'm.
Yeah. Devon's got to look for a new home, right? But he'd be silly to keep trusting Ben.
Yeah, well, keep trusting Ryan, and it'd be silly to give trust to Ben.
Give trust to Ben because both of them have proven that they can't keep a secret.
And on top of that, Ben is now running this dictatorship of that you.
Well,
you don't want to align yourself with someone who's now demanding you do certain things.
The mark was put on him last episode.
Did you say Cole was going to go home last week?
No, I said Ben.
Who did I say? Did I say Cole?
I think you said Cole.
Bang! We got one! But I think I might have been wrong.
No, I think you said Cole. We can review
We'll have a review, or someone tell me if I said Cole. Sorry.
Well, I'm willing to give it to you.
Part of me thinks I may have said JP.
Oh, maybe you might. I don't know. But
No,
anyway, I think you
celebrated for nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. But
yes.
look,
Sorry, that was a little bit on the side.
that's fine. But yeah, Devon's now in a very he's got a lot of information. But he's not in a really good position because now the one person he was counting on, he now knows he can't. And the one person that he thinks, he's done the right thing. Ben's told him the secret and then he's gone, oh, wow, look, me and you together, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
He's absolutely done the right thing telling Ben, yes, we're going to be together from now on. But he knows he can't trust Ben because Ben just spilled his guts. Right?
But do you think he is in a bad position now? Because let's
I think
he doesn't have a support at the moment.
He doesn't have a
is that a problem where this game kind of is at the moment? Because we've got your likes of Ben who are a target. We've now raised Ryan who's a target. We now also have Joe
Well,
being a target.
actually, Dr. Mike's put a big target on himself. But
Dr. Mike's an idiot.
Yeah, Dr. Mike's.
Dr. Mike is an absolute bonehead.
Let's start with Dr. Mike because he actually gets the talk straight after the, on the beach after the tribal, right? And Dr. Mike says the absolutely right thing. He's like, okay, the healers are done, they're over. I need to throw them under the bus and I need to get out.
Yeah, he did that, but we said that last week. He did it a week late or 3 days too late.
But even then he had a chance. But this is the problem I've got with Dr. Mike. He said that at the beginning of that episode. 3 days later, for some reason, he's decided the only way he can go forward is with Cole and Joe. He's got no thought at all.
Yeah, the start of that episode, I kind of went, Dr. Mike, you're finally doing what you should have probably done 3 days ago.
Exactly, right?
What are you doing holding on? You've actually you're kind of not really, no one's paying too much attention to you. It's easy for you to switch over to the majority.
Yep.
Keep your little idol.
Albeit at number 8.
At number 8, but things change.
8's better than 2 on the outer.
Yeah, right. Depending, because when you're because we all know once you get to 2 on the outer, there is usually the fraction that comes in.
Of course.
And
that's the thing, like, Dr. Mike, even if you flip to be bottom of that alliance, sooner or later that alliance has to turn.
As long as it wasn't you, like that's
exactly.
If you could deflect and you start off, I'm like, yeah, Dr. Mike, that's what you should have done.
Exactly.
Mike should have been doing that last week.
Exactly.
Three days prior, that's what he should have been doing. And now he kind of realised, it was like, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But then what happened was an absolute,
I think one of the problems with Dr. Mike, and now we're going to have to jump it. Talking about Mike, we're going to have to jump to the tribal at this point.
We have to jump to before the tribal, when he was sitting there and Ben said to him,
Cole.
We're voting Cole.
I know.
Forget everything else, we're voting Cole. Ben, the blabbermouth Ben, who is in control, who wanted to split the votes and try flush an idol, tells the guy who they're trying to potentially flush an idol with who to vote for, because that's the person they actually want out. What is wrong with you, Mike? What is wrong with you?
Well, this is the thing, though. Mike, in the beginning of the episode, has said, look, both times, I got told who to vote for, and they weren't the person who went home, because he got told to vote for Joe.
Fair enough.
Vote, right? But that's okay, because in one sense, Ben's completely messed up and actually told Mike who they're actually voting for, which you should never do.
No.
With a flipper like Mike, or a number like Mike. You should always get them to vote for the one you're not voting for, or mix it up a bit.
Just change it up. Don't give him the plan.
They've actually given Mike the plan, but Mike hasn't actually got the brains to figure out, I don't play my idol for me. I play my idol for Cole.
Yeah,
and then we all vote Ben, and maybe Ben goes home. Yeah,
it was there. It was like, sweet, they're going for you, man. Sweet. And if you didn't have confirmation, if you had started to do, I'm throwing the healers under the bus, you're in a great position to go, I'm with you. What do you want? As long as it's not me.
Exactly.
Sweet. Cole. And then Ben tells you, Cole, go up and talk to a few others and just try and get confirmation.
That's right. That's right. You can then go to Ashley and go, Ben's just told me we're voting Cole. Is that how it's going to plan out?
And we should
and then
maybe
go to
work out splitting the votes just in case Joe has an idol. Because he's had idols, and cover the fact that you probably don't have an idol.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to the thing, the 3 of you can make a move, or you can just vote Cole out.
Exactly.
And keep your idol and use it for the next.
This is my thing. Is going into that tribal, Mike had 2 options. He could try the idol play with the healers to try and change things up, or he just sits there and goes, number 8. I vote what they tell me to.
Yeah. I
wait for 6 more days. Eventually, this alliance is going to crack, and then somebody's going to need me.
Yeah, and I still have a bit of security.
Right, and I've still got my idol.
And look, I would have loved an offensive play by going, let's the 3 of us, but maybe it wasn't the right time to do that. You got to play an offensive play right with an idol.
I think it was the wrong time for Mike to decide to. If you had even done an offensive play, it would have been wrong, because if they split the votes, the best they could have hoped for was a split vote. Because there's only 3 healers. The killer for me, Rob, is the healers haven't done anything to actually generate numbers for themselves. They've never gone to somebody else in the alliance and got, hey, you're in the bottom. Who do you want out?
And now that we're talking about it, that is another dumb thing about this episode, isn't it? Like, here I am, I'm counting all the dumb things that I just there's so many stupid things that happen. Now that you mention this again, that you're right. What are you doing?
Yeah, they're sitting on the beach. Joe's being annoying. That's it. Why?
Find some cracks,
Yeah,
find something, because they're
exactly.
there. And if you're not Joe, surely you're seeing Joe piss people off.
That's right. And
That's an easy crack.
That's
When they don't, if someone doesn't want to get rid of Joe, they want to get rid of Cole, because Ben has been so vocal for like a week. I want to get rid of Cole. But then you see Joe really pissing off
Ashley
two
and
girls.
Chrissy.
Yeah,
right?
pissing off the two girls by themselves in the tent. Well, as long as it's not me, that's an easy crack. That's an easy divide where you've got different people in the alliance wanting to vote out a different one. And for Mike's case, it's not you. One person wants a Cole, two people want Joe. Here's a crack.
Here's a crack.
And if you're Cole, you can see these two girls are being... I'd hope you can. I don't know where you were. You can see these two girls really not liking Joe, and go to those two and go, look, I know Ben's after me, but I'll help get rid of Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not only, like we said, like Mike did the right thing at the start of the episode, going, I want to...
exactly.
But none of the others did.
No.
Why did they not do anything?
Joe sits there and tells you repeatedly how strategic he is.
And how he's just this has worked for him, I'm just going to keep doing this. What, annoy people so someone wants to take you to the end.
So that you don't win.
Yeah.
Right?
When you're sitting there going, you're a goat, you're a goat, you're a goat.
Oh.
Actually, I'd rather take you, because you're not getting no votes, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's voting for you.
Absolutely. No one is giving you the money.
Your gameplay has been,
It's crap. It's crap gameplay. I'm going to annoy everybody.
So they can take me to the end.
Then you don't win.
No, you don't win.
You don't win because you've annoyed everybody.
So that's just bizarre that not like Mike started this but never followed through. But the other two didn't.
No, look, they're in the bottom. They lost Desi last week. They lost Jessica the week before, right? And none of them had actually got off their backside and gone to the other people in the alliance and gone, who do you want?
They deserve everything they're getting.
They do. They absolutely do. And you know, Joe keeps telling me how strategic he is, and I'm still waiting for him to actually do some gameplay.
Joe trying to do gameplay, Mike changing his style of gameplay, just coming in as someone completely different at tribal. When you do that, surely there are smart people.
Twig. You know, if you said
Cole just not doing anything. Cole's just like, I gotta win.
The problem with Cole is, and he said it himself in the one on the camera, you know, is as far as he's concerned, if he doesn't win immunity, he's done. Yeah, and to Cole's defense, he's right there. Like you heard the cheer of everyone when Cole didn't win. Cole's shot himself in the foot long ago. Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that's really hard for him to actually build a rapport with anyone. But he can
still go to people in that alliance and go, look, if you're not happy with the way things are going, you just throw it out there.
He still can. He can still go, look, I know Ben wants me out, but who do you want out? Because Ben seems to be controlling the shots. So I'll help.
I'll help you guys, right? Just throw it to anybody. Go to Ryan, go to Devon, go to Ashley, and just go, look, you know, if you're not happy, I'm here, I'm available, I'm a vote. Yeah. Save yourself for 3 more days.
It just blows my mind. I've never seen an episode full of so much stupidity. I haven't. Like, I know you think I can't. Starting from Ryan to Ben to Mike to Joe to now the 3 healers not doing anything.
They deserve, as you've just said, they deserve everything they get because they've done nothing to improve their position. No. Not one thing. No. Right? So they deserve everything they're getting.
But the thing about that is now, funnily enough, we get to that situation which we discussed, I think, previously just earlier, about there's only 2 of them left. We're gonna get that the 7 has to break next week, because if you're not, you do have 4 and you've got 3. If you're part of that 3 and stick with the 7, you're just as stupid as the bloody healers.
Absolutely.
Just as stupid as the healers. You've got 2 more votes, you can go from 4 to 5, just like that, and get rid of a Ben, get rid of a Lauren.
It's time. I called it last week and it was too early. I think the reason I called it too early was simply because of Joe. I think Joe is actually, with his annoying behaviour, is the glue keeping that alliance together at the moment, voting healers, right? Yeah. But as you've pointed out, there's only 2 healers left now. There's 3 hustlers, there's 4 heroes. And they shouldn't even be thinking like that at the moment, right? But somebody is on the bottom of that alliance. 2 or 3 of them are on the bottom of that 7. This is the time when they sit there and they go, okay, we grab Joe, we grab Mike, and we
make a move.
We make a move.
You got to
now.
make a move now, or else it's too little, too late.
Otherwise, under Ben, the 7 will vote off Joe. Then there's only Mike left, and then it's 4-4.
Because Ben, and Ben just doesn't look like he's watched Survivor before.
Yeah,
his gameplay is, like you said, with anyone who gets the confidence.
Yeah.
They just keep going, but it's like that's not how you play Survivor, Ben. You don't just keep going at 7-7-7. Yeah, for you because you're in control, but
exactly.
Oh,
well, this is the problem. Like, other players understand that there's a point where the 7 has to break. Ben has this idea it's going to be when there's 7. Smarter players are going to sit there and go, no, not at 7, at 9, because that's when it needs to happen. Ben, unfortunately, I think has fallen in the trap of I got my success. I really know how to play this game, and nobody else is as good as I am, so I'm going to run it now. And it's going to kill his game. Absolutely kill his game. He thinks Devon's with him. Devon won't be with him.
Devon shouldn't be with him. And look, Devon's come across... I think Devon played really, really well.
I think Devon played the best in that whole episode.
Yeah. From what we saw, Devon played very, very good. So Devon's gone up in my books as a...
Ben thinks he's got Devon.
Yeah.
Ryan still thinks he's got Devon. Devon's sitting there with a lot of information that can allow him now to play, take his game to a different place.
Yeah, he can go with someone else.
Yeah.
And he isn't actually seen as a threat just yet because there are your Joes, your Bens who's controlling, and now Ryan who's, to a couple of people, Ryan and Devon being one of those people, is also now a threat.
The good thing for people like Devon and Ashley is that you've got a massive targeting Joe. And this is the thing, Joe keeps making himself a massive target, right? But you've also got Ben making himself a massive target as well.
Yeah.
If you don't need shields if people are willing to be shields.
Yeah, you don't have to set a shield up because and even if though we took them away, there is a chance JP could start to step up for physical challenges though, and be a physical threat that people might be worried about. There's a chance. There's a chance. Because now Cole's gone, he could do some good in the physical challenges, but we'll see.
Look, I think the problem with JP is he's very good at strength,
but nothing else. And we always say you need 2 of the 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's only got physical, the endurance ones he probably doesn't have. So he could potentially cover Devon as well for the physical person.
Oh look, it might not be a bad idea, but I think Devon understands on how and I think even Ben understands at this stage that even though JP doesn't speak, most people probably think Chrissy's got JP, I think.
Yeah.
I think that would be the perception.
Yeah, you'd assume so.
But it could be wrong about that, you know. But yeah, look, this Alliance 7 needs to break next week.
Should break.
Ben and Lauren might actually be caught flat-footed on that because smarter players will sit there and go, we're down to 9, we need to change it up.
Yeah,
right?
So I'd be with you there, and I'd say that those 2 are potentially up on the chopping block.
Yeah, I think Ben very much on the chopping block. I think Joe's going to be annoying, but smart players will realise that Joe is just annoying. Yeah. He's not strategic.
And this is the thing, this is why I think Devon is in a far better position than Ashley. Ashley's still no threat, no nothing. She performed well in the water challenges because of the surf life-saving stuff. But on the whole, really, really emotional. And Chrissy was pissed off at Joe and would happily vote Joe out whenever she can. But I'm sure she'd be able to just go, next vote. I think Ashley...
She won't be able to let go of the Joe emotions, right? But Chrissy, I think the problem for Ben is this. When Chrissy came and talked to him on the beach, she said in a one-to-one on camera afterwards, you can't even ask questions anymore. Yeah. She was asking why Mike and not Joe for the split vote. And he wasn't willing to communicate that to him. No. Right? And Chrissy's a smart player. We already know that. She can put 2 together and she can sit there and go, okay, Ben, you've made a couple of mistakes here.
A clever Ben could have easily gone, I reckon you and I can take Joe to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still together.
Yep.
We're still tight. And this is why I think we could keep Joe, because if we can keep him...
absolutely.
He's getting no votes.
He's getting no votes.
Easy, but didn't happen.
And this is the other thing is, I think Ben did not explain anything to Chrissy. And Chrissy's a smart player. She's going to sit there and walk away from that understanding the reason Ben didn't explain anything to her is not because Ben's by himself, but because he has an alliance with someone else.
Yeah.
That's going to be a real tell to her that Ben's in an alliance with someone else, and I don't know who that is. And now she's going to start looking.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like she's pretty in a good position already.
Yeah.
But then when someone like Devon, who now is a free agent,
Yeah, exactly.
he can go to a Chrissy or an Ashley. I think going to an Ashley, even though they had their prior bonds post giant merge in the switch.
To be honest, when you said Chrissy and Devon, right? I mean, that would be a really good match, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got your outs of your Chrissy and Ben now on the outs, Ryan and Devon, and now Ryan's kind of slightly on the outs, and those two naturally could come together and form something.
Well, they're both smart players. Like Devon, this episode, if he showed anything, he showed that before he opens his mouth, he can actually put his brain into gear.
Yeah, like that. He's the only saving grace for the amount of stupidity that came out of this episode. Devon was very, very good.
Yeah, Devon's
took all the information he needed, gave nothing back, gave everything he wanted, made Ben feel important.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with you 100%. That's fantastic.
Ben feel important is a big thing, and just take, suck it all in.
Yeah, suck it all in. He's now got
process it all and go, yeah, cool. These are my moves I can make. Whereas
that's right.
Too many people are not thinking end game. Well, they think they are, but they're not.
Yeah. Look, and the other thing is, Devon, if he decides that, okay, this is the time, if he decides that it's time for the alliance to break and for him to make moves, Joe already thinks he has a relationship with him.
Yeah.
He can go to Joe and Mike, right? He could possibly, he could hook up with Chrissy because she's already thinking, I think this is time for it to break.
Yeah.
He can hook up with Ashley,
with
there's five people.
in a great position, eh? Dev's in a really good position.
Really good position. He's got a lot of information. And the other thing is, he knows Ryan has an idol. He can use that to his advantage now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing about telling somebody an idol. He can now go to Chrissy and go, Ryan's got an idol.
Yeah, we got to blindside him tonight.
We got to blindside him tonight. And he's already told Ben. Did Ben tell you that?
Mm-hmm.
And Chrissy is just going to go, okay, this whole game just changed.
Devon's now taken up. Like, I've put Ryan aside. I always thought, those two were going to go far. Ryan's probably not going to go as far as I thought he was going to go. But Devon and Chrissy, I'm starting to think will be part of the final three. At the moment, I think they've got very minimal targets on them.
Yes.
And both having very clever brain and survivor sense.
They've got the brains to sit there and listen and not say anything. And that doesn't take a lot of brains.
No,
Right.
you'd think so, but oh god.
The amount of people who will spill their guts, in the first couple of episodes, I was looking at Cole and going, my God, shut up, Cole.
Shut up,
just
my
shut
God.
But Ben's got it.
Ben does it as well.
Right, Ryan's got it.
It blows my mind. But thank you, Devon, for helping me.
Yeah, Devon was the real star in this episode, simply because of what he didn't do.
Yeah.
He just sat there, shut up, took the information.
And everything he gained a lot of info. And that's important. And Ryan said information is power, and you gave your power up, Ben gave his power up and gave it all to Devon. Devon has all this power.
Devon's right in the middle. Devon is in the middle of everything, all the information that he needs. He's literally got all the really important information in that tribe.
All he needs is Ben to tell about Lauren's advantage,
and that's it.
And Chrissy to go, hey, I've got a fake idol, or I've got a idol that actually doesn't do anything, but we can potentially use it.
Look, I think he's in a really good position now. He's just got to do is find a partner.
Yeah,
and I think Devon, whoever he partners up with, is going to be a big determinant of how far.
Exactly, partnering up with Ashley might not be great.
It wouldn't be a great idea.
Chrissy would be perfect.
Would be perfect
because he doesn't have many options.
No.
Partnering up with Joe and Mike, no real point.
Well,
Ben,
I think
Lauren, they're already tied up.
I think Chrissy's starting to realise she's not with Ben anymore, but she doesn't know about Ryan yet.
Yeah,
right. So potentially, if she found
Ryan may still want a bit more of an ego stroke and tell Chrissy as well.
Oh, sorry, no, he does know. He told her on the beach when they found it. Sorry, that's my mistake. So Chrissy
of
does
course,
know.
Yeah, Chrissy
knows about that. So she thinks she's still with Ryan, but if Devon somehow conveys the information he has to her.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Ryan's told Ben. He's told me.
Yeah. Oh god.
Anyway,
ridiculous. But that's about it. Really,
that's pretty much it.
We've got So who's going home?
Oh, I'm gonna pick Ben.
And part of me was thinking a potential for a Ryan blindside, but I think that's a bit too early. So I might say to still don't reckon our healers are in any danger at all anymore.
No,
I think
they're
they
not.
need to be used.
Yes.
So to mix it up, I'll go Lauren.
Yeah. Look,
Just like all, you know, if you can't get Ben, you get his number 2.
look, I think
And
they've
when
hidden
you
it
find
pretty
Lauren-
well
yeah, when
so
you find
far.
Lauren's number 2.
The problem for them is, though, I think Chrissy's starting to have to realise Ben's got someone else.
Yeah, the less amount of people you have there, it's harder to hide.
Exactly.
You know, it's harder to hide now.
Exactly. So I'm going to pick Ben simply because he's putting a huge
And I'll
target on
go
himself with
Lauren.
every time he opens his mouth.
And you want to do immunity.
Immunity. Yeah, I picked Ashley.
You
And
project, and I reckon Ashley could
yeah.
take
yeah.
it too. But you know what? Just to mix it up, JP.
Oh, okay.
My
Cool.
quiet
Yeah.
man, JP. I'll
Look,
give him one.
Give him a strength challenge. He'll be right out there,
Yeah.
right up the top, you know? So I would actually like to see a pure strength challenge.
I'd actually like
honestly.
to see JP do something.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
why I'm saying I would like to
yeah.
see a pure strength.
Because
then
I
he'll
don't
win.
not like him. He's,
No.
just, he's a pathetic player.
The
But
problem is he's stone.
we just don't know anything about him.
Yeah, like all I know is that he.
He's a firefighter.
Yeah, he's a firefighter. That's
and
all
he
I
can
know.
throw Ryan around like a shot
Well,
put.
pick him up and carry him
Yeah.
through a challenge. You know, it's just that was one of the
That's
funniest
about
things
it.
I've ever seen. So that. Oh, look, actually, like the other thing is like one of our viewers did send us a picture of what they did with their buff.
Oh, they gave it to their little son who was watching the Australian Survivor finale with it on. It's pretty
And
cool.
we really loved seeing the photo, didn't we?
Yeah,
it
pretty
really
good.
made our day. So
Even though that photo probably has been sitting there for around a month because it took us that long to check our email.
Yeah, we're
but
really
we
bad.
got there.
we got there, but it really did make our day. So if you feel like it, please send us a photo. If we sent you a buff, so what
Yeah,
are you
and I
doing with
think
it?
there is one of the guys was asking for a buff. If you sent us the email, we will shoot it
Yes,
out to you
of
this
course.
week when we check.
Yep.
And if we don't check, just keep hassling us.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
we just
forget
hassle us.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
I
forgot it was Friday.
You forgot on Saturday. I forgot the camera today. We're not very great.
Yeah, yeah.
But that wraps today's
Yeah.
episode up. I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're
We're
the
the Inwits.
Inwits, and we'll catch you next week.